in my experience with some of the other work I do, since I work for Dan Boss and both Thermomass. Thermomass, I don't do any engineering work, but I translate a lot of technical documents just from either German universities or their different certification boards. And so they're very technical, and a lot of the I guess, things that I've learned in German class with formal, openings and closings of letters have been very helpful. The only part I've had to kind of really teach myself is a lot of the technical engineering kind of language of German, which I think is hard to do in any classroom unless you're really talking about it every day, just because it's so specific to the topic that you're.
Probably hard to do in English too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's difficult to find a translation for some words, especially because the Germans, they just keep stacking on words and words. But other than that, the preparation I've had with just formal German business writing has been very helpful for those types of reports.
I would echo that when I learned Chinese, I learned conversational Chinese. I did not learn technical Chinese. I don't. So all of that stuff had to be either learned or I just don't know it. So as far as professional skills with engineering, I think Iowa State does a good job.
I think through the languages, I really learned how to kind of express my ideas in a creative way. Like in those beginning classes when you only know 10 verbs and you have to tell someone how you're feeling or about a concept, you have to be really creative with your words. I learned how to do that quite a bit. When you're talking to someone and they just don't understand what you're trying to say, you have to think of another way to explain it to them.
Or vice versa. Yeah, so it sounds like there's a balance of technical proficiency, writing, grammar, and also sort of skills in circumlocution, and then cultural aspect of all of these things. So
I think you need to have a base first of that conversational, and maybe, I don't know if you would call them softer skills. I think you need that base before you can kind of drive down and get into a niche of okay, if I'm learning German and I want to learn all the German engineering words, I think having the base of all that other stuff first before you do that is a good way to do it.